for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Okay.
No.
Twitch looks live. And YouTube looks live. All right. We're ready whenever you are.
Okay, so on 3. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Home by 8, Drunk by 10. This is a 5-bagger, which is one of us watches a movie 5 times in 5 days, and the other 2, 3 probably watch it 1 each. Today's movie is a PG Psycho Goreman, a comedy horror sci-fi release in 2020, and is 1 hour and 35 minutes long. And this is Mike, Brian, and I'm your top batter, Mel. We apologize in advance for the audio, video, and content quality. Enjoy.
Oh, man.
Woo!
Hold on, I'm gonna cut my mic real quick.
It burns, doesn't it? I remember it burns.
Yeah,
so bad.
It's so cold.
Is it age? Is it because of our age? I don't know. Like, do we feel the burn more nowadays?
No,
I don't know.
It's for me. It's so cold.
Yeah, it's mostly the cold for me.
Okay,
but it sucks so much.
I kind of like being the top batter because I
also enjoy that this is the dumb shit.
Yeah, I think for me the difficult thing is it's cold, but also you have to listen to the other person while you're doing it. Like when we were in college and we were chugging beers, the only thing you heard around you was people saying chug, 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 not like trying to read a script, which you know what the script says and you know when they mess up. And so it's like, okay, is it gonna, when's that gonna happen?
Exactly.
It's true, yeah. Like we all know like what the script is, and we know when each of us fucks it up.
I've never fucked. We already went over this. I'm batting 1,000.
Yeah, me. Of course, I as well. Perfect. Never messed up a single word.
Okay, so this movie.
Yeah, well, first off, it's good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Glad we're all, lively and kicking it. We're still kicking it, right?
Damn right.
Oh, and yes, yeah, we're going with this movie, a one called Psycho Goreman, or as I like to call it, trying to figure out when it was made, whether it was made in the 1990s, early 90s, or well, it was actually made in 2020. And I like to call this film the film that really, really fucked up with my mind about so for context, I would just watch this movie this morning at 8:30 a.m. I woke up, I popped it in, and I just watched it. And I'm like, whoa, am I living in?
That's a choice.
Yeah, that's.
So I just kept going back and forth, like trying to understand and convince myself that is this movie really made in like early 90s, or is it really made in like last year? I could not understand. And I was just trying to convince myself that, oh, okay, this is an early 90s movie, I guess. But then there are parts of the film or movie that I was just kind of like, shit, this was made like 2 years ago? And I had to look it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And sorry, forgive me, guys. I forgot if Mike said that like this was made recently. I totally forgot if you said that, Mike. But like, I was so convinced this movie was made like in the late 80s, early 90s, and it did a great job. And AKA, this movie is like the director, I guess the writer or the director of this movie is like definitely our age, like a Gen Xer, like definitely, probably in our age. Yeah. I'm guessing, because there's a lot of like things that I was like feeling not nostalgic about. But, like I remember watching campy movies like this back in the day, as a junior high school student, like watching these weird, gory B-side movies. I keep going back to like Army of Darkness whenever when I watched this today.
Oh,
So
sure. Yeah.
so anyways, it was a fucking ride, this movie. I was like, what is happening? I did not know what I was getting into when I saw this. I guess I'll start diving in with the main character. I guess.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
Just real quick. In my second view, I have a note that says, I might have gone too hard the other way after Mel's pick.
it was totally, yeah. I think I actually thought about that too, Mike, today. Like I was like, so my pick was like super romantic, dramatic, like grounded. But this one is like out there in left field, very, very, like I said, very campy, very just
Campy is a good word.
I was not expecting this at all. Like, but I gotta start with the main character. Her name was Mimi, if I remember. Yeah.
Mimi's the main character. Yeah.
Wow, what terrible parenting! Like, what? I mean, I like her creativity, I like her imagination, but like, whoa, like this girl is like, she's off her knockers, and like maybe that's a great thing. I think that's a great thing, and actually, like, she's out there. When they start off talking about, the scenes start off with Crazy Ball, I immediately thought about Calvin and Hobbes.
For sure.
Calvin Ball.
Of course,
I
of course,
immediately thought about Calvin Ball. I'm like, so I was like, oh right, '90s movie. Like, yeah, this is cool. And then it goes on, and then I thought it was going to be straight up gore, but the comedy element into this film threw me off guard. It really did. I was just like, what is going on? I'm like, we gotta keep in mind, it's today, like 8:30 in the morning. I just barely was drinking my coffee, and I'm like, what is going on? And like, so we move on, and like, there's just the parents remind me of our generation, Gen Xers, or late millennial generation. They kind of remind me of like
or
that
early
type
millennial.
Early millennial. So sorry. Thanks, Speed.
Maybe.
Thanks for correcting me.
It doesn't. No, the point is, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. And then there's so many things that were like happening, and in the span of the hour and 40 minutes, like, it was way too much for me to comprehend. Really, way too much. I was just like, what is going on? And but I liked it a lot. I liked it. I was just like, this is weird. There's some scenes that were kind of made me feel uncomfortable. Like, their best friend, his name is Alistair, turned into a brain. Yeah. Basically turned into like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle villain Krang.
Yeah,
the brain. And I was like, is that a reference to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I don't know, but like, because there's a lot of early '90s stuff referencing. So, but like that brain, when he turned to a brain, I was feeling weirded out when he just kept hanging around and hanging out with, his friends. It was a little weird. But the thing that
you didn't like when he asked, "Am I gonna be okay?" Yeah, that was a little uncomfortable. And Mimi's like, no, probably not.
But she still liked him.
I know, and she like kissed him, like when whenever on the frontal lobe.
She did.
Yeah.
What is going on?
He takes off across the field.
But he's clearly not gonna be okay.
Nope.
It was just totally like, I was not prepared, fellas. Like, I was not prepared for this movie. But yes, the shining light, the reason why I like this movie a lot was Psycho Goreman. Like, that actor. Like whenever he talks, it's just so freaking funny. And what grabbed me was that very first scene where he kills the two robbers. I guess
Mhm.
robbers.
Yeah,
There's
burglars.
three of there's
Burglars?
three.
Yeah.
There's
Three
three of
or
them.
yeah, three.
Well,
Okay.
the first thing he kills two of them, and then the
Yeah.
other one he doesn't actually kill, which you would know if you'd watched it 5 times.
Yeah. Well, no, it's in my notes. I know.
The last person he doesn't kill, but he turns into his piece of art,
Yeah.
and then the kids.
I believe it's called Masterpiece.
That cracked. I literally laughed out loud. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
when he gets pushed over and then says he's so fuck.
And then he got demolished by the kid, and then the kid goes, "Sorry, man," and he goes, "Thank you." And like his mouth goes, "Thank you." I lost it. I was like, this movie is off the walls. It's bananas. It's like and from then point on, I knew this movie did not take itself seriously, and it made me laugh like for most of it. I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I'm sure you guys have a lot more to say, but I saw it today, and I just still, I'm still taken aback. I still feel like, what the hell did I just watch? Because there's so many things I missed. But at that moment, I was like, "Holy crap! What is this?" Like, but even like what's his the angel? Oh gosh, the lady
Mhm.
that's trying to kill PG. Like,
I don't
she
think she's
cracked
an
me up.
angel. She's one of the what are they called?
I don't know what they're called, like
Oh God,
paladins or
yeah. What
something,
are they called?
like
Yeah, the
They're not
like a
paladins.
paladin
It's
or
yeah,
something
it's
like
something
that.
like that. I forget now.
Oh God,
Oh
I
my
can't
gosh,
remember.
crack me up,
Maestros. It
crack
starts
me
with an
up.
M, I think.
And yeah, so like, and I knew when they started the movie with Crazy Ball, I knew Crazy Ball would have to be like a kind of an ending, or like the climax of the movie. But when they started playing Crazy Ball, I'm like, all right, this is way too much. Uh, the last thing I want to say before I pass it on to Beeks is it, well, maybe Mike, you might know, is this a low budget movie? I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
look it up, but I'm gonna guess yeah. It's a
If
low budget.
if this is a high budget movie, I would be very surprised.
well, for a low budget movie, the last thing I want to say is, like, I was very impressed with the costume and just the effects they did, like, just as a campy horror flick movie. I was really impressed with like the designs of the costumes, and there's a lot of like references to early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, like horror type of movies, which I think our generation really, really appreciates. And maybe I wonder, and the other thing I think about is, like, I wonder, is this movie meant to be like, you guys are parents. Is this movie meant to be watched with your, you know, teenage kids? I don't know. I don't
Interesting
know.
question. Mike asked me about or mentioned something about that earlier this week. But also I'm going to point out that neither of us have teenagers
Yeah,
yet. I'm the closest, and that's only because my son is going to be 12 in 2 months.
that's an
But
early teen. That's an
well,
early
that means he
teen.
is 11 currently.
Yeah.
So neither one of us has a teenager, and my son is 6 months older than his son. Just pointing that out.
Mhm.
Would you watch
5 months
it
old.
with your Would you watch it with your son?
Okay, so this is going to be also probably a very different answer between the two of us. With me, no, and that's because my oldest, and that's only my oldest son. I wouldn't watch it with him. I would actually watch it with my 7-year-old, or maybe even my 5-year-old, but not with my 11-year-old, and that's just because of
Uh,
who he is.
Okay.
Absolutely yes. Also because of who he is.
Mhm. Yeah, it's Yeah, it's a sliding scale. Like I have a bunch of nieces and nephews, and I would probably watch this with any one of them. I would. The only person in my family I would not watch it with is my oldest son, and that's because he used to get freaked out by Disney movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I figured, Mike, this is one of the reasons why you chose this movie. I figured this was the kind of movie that you would watch with your son. Okay. Okay.
And we'll
I
get to
mean,
that later.
we'll get to that later, I guess.
Maybe.
But yeah, just final thoughts. It was really weird. I got thrown off, but I enjoyed it. Not like yeah, it was an amazing movie, but I was just like I had fun on a Saturday morning watching it. So there it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you passing the
I'm
baton?
done.
All right.
Yep. Right.
So
right to you, Beegs.
Oh, I got it. So I am gonna say I didn't watch this on a Saturday morning. I didn't have a chance to watch it on Saturday morning, but that's Saturday mornings are busy here. I watched it on a Tuesday evening, maybe, but it doesn't really matter because I, like Mel, enjoyed this movie quite a bit. However, I feel like when it comes to ranking this movie, we might not be in a line there, but we'll find that out later.
You never know.
You
never know.
You do not ever know. That is correct.
You never know.
One of the things, okay, I'm going to directly go after some of Mel's comments right away, just because I made a couple of notes for the first time ever. I made notes while we were recording. And the
That's
first
weird.
one was, it is weird. And the only reason I made notes is because I just happened to have this pen and this paper on my desk from what I was doing earlier. But
Okay.
first thing is, you mentioned that you enjoyed the girl. I thought she was the worst part of the entire movie for me. I cannot stand over actors like that. It drives me nuts in every movie. It's why I don't like a lot of Japanese movies, is because they're based around overacting.
I totally agree.
And I thought at the same time,
terrible.
Her brother, Luke, I think his name is, right?
Yeah.
I felt sorry for him.
He is phenomenal. He is an amazing young actor that I would love to see in movies for years to come. Like, I think he was absolutely fantastic. She drove me the fuck nuts. But
wait, was it her facial? Like, what was it exactly that drove you nuts?
It is basically soup to nuts. It was everything. All of her actions were so exaggerated. All of her lines are very enunciated, and like she like sticks her face out to say a line, and like just so everything is just so much. There's absolutely no
sometimes
subtlety.
it works.
Sure. And in my notes, I
would say 90% of the time it does not work.
Right. She is supposed to be annoying. That is, that's part of her base character. I understand that. But even so, there's a way that you can do annoying and not be exaggerated in every single motion and action you do. Just like,
all right, Biggs, if you had the chance to direct it, who would you like to play that female lead?
Oh man,
a Drew Barrymore type.
Sure, I was gonna say Drew Barrymore, but let's go Jodie Fisher. What's her name? Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster.
Oh, Jodie Foster. Okay.
A young Jodie Foster.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, those are the two female actresses that I can remember the names of currently.
Okay.
I'm very bad at, Mike knows this as well. He's worse than I am. It's incredible that he's worse than I am, but we have a very hard time remembering people's names when it comes to actors and actresses and directors.
I don't know anybody.
But I think, Biggs, no, don't sell yourself short, Biggs, because like random TV show actors, like for example, Northern Exposure, Rob Morrow, like Like
He's not
I
random. He's a
compl-
treasure, a national treasure. What are you talking about? Also, speaking of Northern Exposure,
there you
so
go. There you
there's a kid. There's a kid that shows up in an episode of Northern Exposure, who he's like smoking and stuff. He's like super young, and
go. Yeah.
anyway, I was watching Golden Girls, and there's this kid that shows up in a flashback episode of Golden Girls where Blanche is looking for a roommate. She runs into Rose in the grocery store, and a kid comes up to Rose, and he's like, "Oh, help me find my dog, or help me find my kitten, or something." I forget what it was. Anyway, and I was like, "Where the fuck do I know this kid?" And it's the same kid is in that episode, and he's in an episode of Northern Exposure. And I was like, "Well, dang, there you go." He was
There you
also
go.
he was in the 80s and 90s. He was in a lot of high profile TV shows, and then just didn't do anything else after that.
And he retired. I mean, that's all he could do. He signed off.
Yeah, I'm done. I was in
Road, yeah,
Golden Girls, and Northern Exposure.
yeah. Set off onto the right, the right to the sun in the west.
Yeah.
Setting sun in the west.
So back to Rob Morrow, star of Begin Again. He would have been great in this as
dad.
Psycho Goreman. No,
okay.
But the dad. Okay, so the two
Can we
best.
talk about the dad? Can we
Hold
talk
on.
about
Yes, we will. I'm talking about him right now. The two best characters. Mel said he really liked Psycho Goreman. I agree. Psycho Goreman was good. The angel lady, I thought was a terrible thing. Like, the costume design and stuff was cool. There's a lot of 80s and 90s nods. Like, there's a whole, what's that stupid, oh shit, the thing that, Power Rangers. It's like a bunch of costumes from Power Rangers, like in a meeting and stuff like that. And, I've never seen the show really, but, the whole thing where she turns into the lady on Earth, it's just so underutilized. I thought it was kind of a waste. She's off screen for so long, and then she's only as a woman like in a couple of minutes of the whole movie.
Yeah.
But the two best characters in the whole movie, one is the dad, and one is the police officer that gets fucking melted. Those are the two best characters in the whole movie. Love it. Absolutely love both of them. They should both get Oscars for best supporting actors. The dad, his three best parts of the movie are the beginning of the movie when he's tucking the girl in and all that stuff, and then when after he cooks dinner, and he's like, his wife complains about the mess in the in the microwave. He's like, "You're welcome." It's so good. So good. And then
I thought you were going to bring up the part where he says,
hold on. Oh, wait. Go ahead.
No.
No, maybe I'm not, because the next thing I was going to bring up is the whole part where he's sitting on the toilet and fucking Psycho Goreman's flaming skull fucking freaks him out, and he falls backwards into the bath, and he's freaking out, and then there's this whole calm. He's like, "Oh shit, and then boom, the fucking flaming skull comes back, and he's like, "Ah!" And that whole scene, I was laughing out loud. It was so funny, so good. Best scene in the movie.
And that toilet scene was right after they were fighting too.
Yes.
Like about the teeth.
The rubber duck just like land.
I love how he just quickly changed to him shitting on the toilet, like
so good.
Like he was just so like it was like a scene of defeat from.
Yeah, and he's like giving himself, psyching himself up with a speech and all this. He's sitting on the toilet. He's like, and then the fucking little light comes and it's like fucking Psycho Goreman saying, "Come help me, come save me." That whole scene was so good. But yeah, the dad was amazing. The fucking cop was amazing. He's like in the woods. He's like wants somebody to kill him too, and he shoots himself and he doesn't die, and he's just like. That whole thing, brilliant. And for me, I think coming back to the whole idea of the movie, is I wish they had pushed that even a little bit more. I think that there was a little
I
too
agree.
much sincerity or seriousness.
I
That
agree. No. Sorry to
Go
bother.
ahead, go
Sorry to
ahead.
interrupt. Speaks. I totally agree. I really wish they could have like shifted the focus from Mimi and more towards as an all around family dysfunction.
Mhm.
I really felt like I really felt like a spotlight on the dad would have made this so much more endearing.
Yeah,
I just felt, yeah, I don't know.
but yeah,
Like,
the whole
yeah,
Mimi and dad part, like where they drive away with Psycho Gorman and stuff like that. It's like a very end of the movie thing, and
yeah,
like it could have been cool if it was more of a like a family thing throughout, a little
yeah.
bit more, but they had to kind of set up some stuff. So sure, I understand, but I just wish overall it pushed itself a little bit more in the comedy and was just a little more absurd and over the top than it was at times. But I mean, there's a lot of absurdity and over the topness throughout this movie, and
It
like
was,
Bill,
man.
I enjoyed it for sure. I don't think there's much else.
Wait, Beeks. I want to know. What did you think of Mom? What did you think of Mom?
I mean, for most of the movie, she's very much an afterthought. Um, then she becomes a pretty big character near the end when she's transformed into
Hmm.
Power Rangers uh,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
enemy.
yeah.
But yeah, even then, I thought she was pretty boring. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I don't have a whole ton to say about the mom because the only good parts that the mom's involved with really are when the dad is making funny comments to her. And the friend, what's his name? Alexis, Alistair,
Oh,
Alistair.
Alistair? Is
Alistair.
that, yeah?
Yeah, that guy cracked me up. That was good
Oh,
stuff.
I. Speaking of another dad scene, the early scene where they saw the hole
Mhm.
and like who's gonna fill up the hole, and like the dad was like,
Oh, I hurt my
"Can't
hand.
do it. I hurt my."
Yeah.
And when I saw that scene, I immediately thought about both of you guys. I'm like, that's totally what Beegs and Mike would totally do.
What?
I seriously thought
I
that.
would
I'm like,
say
yeah, I can
it's something
totally see.
I definitely
Are
would
are
like
you
to
saying
do.
I'm a Greg?
I would like to do, but I don't usually. But I think about it.
Yeah,
I think about it a lot.
I hurt my hand, guys. All right, see you later.
I do have constant pain, so it's a.
I I do say the thing he said. Or like I think probably all of you should do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do that part,
yeah, me too.
and then I end up fucking doing it myself because
that's totally what I imagine Bees would say something like, I think all of you should. I could imagine Bees saying that.
Hmm.
Totally.
This might be a great time for you guys to do some bonding.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think all of you three
Now,
should do this.
I
Not
I have
not
filled in
Ray.
a lot of holes in my life already. You guys should take this opportunity to really see what it's about without me interfering. Without me interfering.
And I broke my hand. I broke my wrist, guys.
Oh, my
Sorry.
hand. Oh, God.
Oh my God, Susan, my hand. Oh God, my hand, Susan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good. And when he goes off that he was in the Iraq war, and like his wife was like, don't listen to your dad. He's never shot a bullet, shot a gun in his life. like,
Mm.
I
he looked.
liked when he said, "Don't even look, Susan." God,
Dude, this dad should have his own like
Greg is
Greg
great.
Greg is
he
great.
should he should have his own pilot series, like his own like TV.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought him
All
and
right.
the cop were the best parts of this movie for sure. Best
Yeah.
actors, best characters.
Academy
But
Award 2022. There you
yes, but here comes the baton, Mike.
go. Ah, nice.
Uh,
It's
I
amazing that
took
you clapped and
very,
made no
very,
sound.
very few notes.
Me too. The least ever, probably.
Yeah. Mimi sucks.
Yeah. My first
Uh,
note was there's no way this is going to be good, but is it going to be fun?
I thought that was the end of Mike's speech, and I felt like, all right, this
There we
episode
go.
is over.
Rankings.
Rankings.
the okay, so the crazy ball thing where they throw the ball in different like that I totally did that as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like throw the ball as far as you can the other way and then basically Calvin ball
Mm-hmm.
after that. But like yeah, like I definitely did that.
Do you guys want to try to reenact it whenever we get together with our families? Like, to start doing our own crazy ball game?
Sure, if we can find somewhere to play it. Every
Yeah,
park in this country it doesn't allow you to throw balls.
that's
It's
insane.
fucking crazy.
That's insane.
But yeah, the crazy ball was very much like, oh shit, I did this
Mm-hmm.
as a kid.
Mm.
Um, the the fourth time I watched, I wrote down everything that made me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
Nice.
The dad rock and roll fingers
Yes, I remember that.
when he left after the high five. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck yeah, that's so good.
Fucking good, dude.
Grandma is in hell forever. Really, like, really was sorry. That made me laugh.
Yeah. Whoever wrote the script, the screenwriter, is it the same as the director, the guy? I don't know, but
I don't know.
genius. Like the script is awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I would vote for all of you. Oh, Susan, my hand
Mm-hmm.
is also in my notes. The masterpiece falling down and then saying,
Yes,
uh,
so good.
uh, PG running in place. When it just cuts to him running in place, like what the fuck?
It was so weird.
Yep. Uh, and then the dude covering the brain guy's eyes. That fucking cracked me up. Uh, again, pretty much everything with Alistair.
Mm-hmm.
And also pretty much anything with the cop with the gun. the, all of that cracked me up.
Yep.
Now that I think about it, that cop when he became zombified and with the gun in his hand, it kind of reminded me of the first Resident Evil game. Like, is it the first Resident Evil game? Where like, is it where you can control the zombie, or am I making my? I'm sorry, guys. You guys know games more than I do, but like, there's definitely a game where you can control the zombie with a handgun. And I thought it was like a early Sony PlayStation game. I'm guessing it's Resident Evil.
Maybe.
I'm not sure, but it kind of reminded me of that vibe. It was fucking funny as well, though. It really was.
That cop was great.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about those like assassins that came from the alien.
We're about to get there. Don't worry.
Okay.
One of my notes says that I would watch a full movie about any of these characters. Like, what was they? Something 3000, or yeah, like any of them. I would watch a movie.
The Witchmaster that speaks Japanese, and for people who don't know,
why does she speak Japanese? That's so fucking weird.
I had that in a note as well. Templars.
Oh, there you go, Beegs. There you go.
Yes, the Templars. I also have just here the Warrior's death. ...
Oh yeah.
Which is fucking nuts. Before the kid and Greg drive off, and oh god, what's her name? The
wife?
Yeah, the wife and the other lady show up, and the kid.
I think her name is Pandora.
Pandora, yes, yeah, and Pandora is there, and Mimi says, "Who's the skirt?" That fucking killed me every time.
You got to give it to Mimi for that one. That's a good line.
Sure, I'll give her that one.
And then right after that, Greg says, I forget what somebody says something, and then he's like, "Sounds like being married to you, Susan."
Oh yeah.
It's so fucking funny. Oh god.
I wonder if like this movie was like basically a bunch of dad jokes. Like like the director,
absolutely, yes.
Like he's like, I have a lot of dad jokes. I just want to make a movie about my dad jokes.
Oh, I think the "sounds like being married to you, Susan" was ad-libbed. I don't think that was. There's no way that was planned. It's so fucking funny.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, my last notes Even in my notes, I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Mimi throws like a girl.
What?
Like in all of the video, like the replay, like she doesn't like throw. She's like
Yeah.
like, and yeah. In my notes, I said I don't want to say this, but she throws like a girl.
We didn't talk about that council, the alien council that that was watching the entire final battle.
Oh yeah, I have a note that says I would watch a movie about every single one of these characters.
Also, when Mike mentioned covering the brain's eyes, he wasn't talking about Alistair. He was talking about the guy in the council, right?
Oh, the guy. Okay, the council. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. I was talking about the brain guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Alistair.
But yeah, I think like a bottle movie of those characters, like a 12 Angry Men version, featuring them,
Well,
would be pretty great.
Yes, it would.
That would be excellent.
So I forgot to mention one thing that really I was wondering about and confused. It goes back to those assassins. Those what do you call them again? The Templars. Those assassins. One
I
of
don't
those
know. I don't know if the
assassins
are the Templars or not. I'm not sure. I think the
okay.
people in the room those are the Templars.
Yeah, which people are you talking about?
The assassins in the woods that were former followers of PG, but now they turned on.
No. Yeah,
Those
those are not Templars. Those are.
Oh, they're not Templars. Okay, I don't know. Like,
fuck, what are they called?
well, they used to be followers, right, of PG.
They are
but
Paladins of Obsidian.
there it is. Okay, that's
yes.
where I got that
Paladins of Obsidian.
Okay,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really confused, guys, because there's one of those paladins is basically a vat of blood and guts, and his weapon is just like his weapon is like just spraying blood,
Mm-hmm.
raining blood to his victims. And I just did not know like how. What is he doing? Is he prepping his victims for the next, paladin to, feast on? I don't know. Like, what is going on? Like, he had, he was just basically, spewing blood onto PG, basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
Can you explain?
Yes, please explain that, Mike.
Is it a
reference
really
to something? Want to have to explain any of this movie?
I don't think it's a reference to anything. I think it's just a ridiculous idea somebody had. They're like, what if we had like a robot, but instead of him doing anything, he just sprayed blood and then just was filled with blood, and that's it.
It's like, what? Oh man.
I will take full responsibility for this. This was I was trying to take our thing as far to the other way that I could possibly go, and I feel like I got there.
I need to know, Mike. Maybe you never. Maybe I forgot again. My memory is just gone right now. But like, how did you know about this?
That is a good question.
Um, I, uh, I don't know.
Lots of words.
I, I, I go into weird movie stuff. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but yeah, I
Like this movie is like super. I'm going to say the word again. Super campy. Like you got to be like into the director or one of the actors to like be into this movie. Know this movie.
I don't know
Like
if
I don't.
you could ever know any of the actors or directors of this movie
Okay.
beforehand.
I agree.
I honestly no, I didn't look it up at all. Like I look after watching the movie, I just checked Wikipedia and I'm like, holy shit, this movie it was made in 2020. I was so convinced it was made in the 90s.
And also, you'll
I
notice
was
a very important point from the Wikipedia pages: none of the actors or the directors or writers or producers or cinematographers or editors have blue links associated with their names. So you will not find out any more information about the people who made or were in this movie via Wikipedia, except for the
true.
music. The music by Blitz Berlin. They do have their own
Sure.
Wikipedia page.
Sure. Yeah. It's like this is totally this movie's like I feel like this spreads word of mouth. That's it. Like
Well, okay. Before we wrap
or
up with
like
Mike, real
Twitter.
quick,
Like
Mel, what are your feelings on campy horror movies from the past? Things like Swamp
um
Thing or The Toxic Avenger
yeah,
or any
I
of
mean
those trauma
drama,
movies.
yeah. I was never a campy horror guy. Like my extension was I grew up with Army of Darkness and I
Mhm.
grew up with Tarantino, man. Like to me that point in my life, I thought that was very niche. Like when I first saw Reservoir Dogs, like I thought that was like, whoa, this is like something I've never seen before in the theater, you know. And Army of Darkness, that type of movie I learned from my older brothers, but I was never like a horror slash gore kind of guy. Like I wasn't into that really so much. So,
Have you
but
ever seen the? Okay.
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Have you ever seen
No,
the
go ahead.
movie The Gate?
No,
Okay, that's
no.
that's a great movie. It is very
Oh,
campy horror from the 80s. And as a
okay.
kid, I hated it. It scared the shit out of me. For some reason, I have no idea why. Because I watched it a couple of years ago and I fucking loved it. It's so fucking good. You should watch that movie. It's so
The
good.
Gate.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is campy horror with kids. It's basically this movie from the 80s. So this movie has a lot of 90s and 80s references in like the packaging and the coloration and everything.
Yeah.
And even I would even say late 90s, early 2000s with the whole costumes of the Templars and whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, you should watch The Gate. It's so good.
I will check it out. And oh, by the way, I know that video game that Alistair and Luke were playing. It's fucking Armored Core. It was like a mech game, right?
Hmm.
It's I
Oh
had
yeah,
that
that's right.
game. I had that game and I loved it. I played it with my brother all the time.
Armored Core is great.
Armored Core is amazing. But like, yeah. Anyways, but no, yeah. To answer Beeg's question, like, really, I was never. I didn't hate it. But I just never got into. Maybe I was just not exposed enough to those campy horror movies. Really, really wasn't.
That's fine.
Yeah. I was into but
That's
you know,
too
Beeks, you
bad.
know this. You guys know this.
Rom-coms.
Yeah, no, I was into the Shaw Brothers. I was into the Hong Kong martial art movie. You know,
Mhm.
like my parents had all these like mountains of VHS tapes of like Shaw Brothers movies. Like, yeah.
Sure.
But anyways,
Go ahead, Mike.
yeah.
Wrap it up.
My parents did not have mountains of anything I was into.
I mean, I would be worried if you were into what your parents were carrying. I think actually.
I was way into Dirty Dancing, apparently.
I can totally see Beings be like, hold me, lift me.
No
To
one
her
puts baby in a
sister.
corner. To this day, I've seen that movie probably 15, 20 times, and I've never seen the sex scene. My mom would not let me watch it.
Wait, there's a sex scene in that movie? I don't even remember.
Apparently, I don't know. I haven't seen it. There was a scene that I was not allowed to watch, for sure. Yeah, I thought it was a sex scene. I don't know.
I thought it was a kids friendly movie.
I don't think so. I mean, it's called Dirty Dancing, Mel.
Hey.
Yeah.
It was
Hey.
different in the 80s. Hey. I thought it was a PG-13 movie, wasn't it?
I'm with Mel. I thought it was safe.
I'm pretty.
I thought it was safe, man.
So again, like I said, I've never seen it. So, but I do know I've been blocked from seeing a certain scene in that movie. I also have not seen that movie in 25 years at least, probably more.
Swayze, what a man. A man's man. That's Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's wrap this up. Come on, guys.
This is done. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. This is a interesting pick, Mike. Don't be sorry. This is just so random for me. This movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Random is the word I would use.
Elite.
I'm just amazed that you found about you learned about this movie.
Mike's
never.
deep in the horror game.
Okay.
I don't think you understand what he does most nights of the week.
Apparently, I don't know Mike that well. Sorry, Mike. Don't know you.
It's okay. He sends me messages about it all the time, and I'm like, uh-huh.
I think Brian is speaking some true game.
Uh-huh.
Before he goes to bed, sends
a
message
I'm sorry.
Before you go to bed, you send Beeg's messages like, "Do you dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?"
No, but okay. Here, let me read you a message he sent me before bed, like 2 days ago. He says, "Wow, 1922 on Netflix might be more of a bummer than the novella it was based on." And I replied,
What?
"Nerd," which I assume it's a horror movie because it's based on a novella by Stephen King.
Okay.
And I've had it on my watch list for a while. I just haven't watched it. But I just wrote nerd because he mentioned a book, and he's always talking about reading books, and he's reading books all the time, and he's a nerd. Anyway.
Hey.
And then,
now.
He sends me the next. I said nerd, and he says, "I don't know why anyone would think that was a story to make into a movie." Without any reply, he sends me, "But Black Phone is a movie coming out soon from Joe Hill, and I also don't know why anyone would want to make that into a movie."
What?
Totally unsolicited. And I've never heard of Black Phone. I've never heard of Joe Hill.
I've never heard of Joe Hill either.
I assume they're both horror related because that's the kind of stuff he sends me at 9:54 p.m.
Joe Hill is Stephen King's son.
Oh.
I see.
Okay. There you go. Why is his name not King? Joe King.
Yeah.
Because
Why
he
did he
doesn't
change it?
want to be associated with his dad. He
Hmm.
wants to be
His own man.
his own thing.
Richard Bachman.
Also
Okay.
Stephen King. What are you
Yes.
talking
Okay.
about?
But
Sure.
that's why he wrote under the name Richard Bachman.
Yes.
Stephen
Because he
King.
didn't want
Yeah.
to be, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. So he wants to be. His name is Joe, but
His
yeah,
name is Joking.
Joe Hill
Joking.
instead of
Are you
King.
kidding me?
Are you joking, man?
Are you joking me? Did I ever tell you I used to work when I worked at Borders bookstore? I used to work.
Whoa, whoa, nerd!
Yeah, whoa, whoa.
I know.
Sorry.
Like nerd.
At at the same time, I also worked at a library.
Wow!
Uber nerd. What
That's
an
correct.
Uber nerd.
Okay, but I used to work with a guy at Borders named Stephen King, spelled the same way.
That's impossible.
It's impossible.
Absolutely true.
No.
His name was Stephen King, and we worked together at Borders.
He had it.
I refuse to.
He changed his name. He had his name
understand
changed. He registered a new name, by the city office. He's a big Stephen King guy.
It's
That's
possible.
pretty much what it
He
is.
was probably actually STEV and fucking dweeb.
Okay, let's just fucking end this.
Oh gosh, this is when you know it's time to select your drink.
Sure.
This is when you know it's time to wait.
Oh,
Do we rank?
God.
Wait, Beegs. Do we rank first, or do we select our drinks?
God, I don't remember.
Ah.
I feel like we do drinks first, but it's impossible.
Yeah,
to
me
say.
too.
We have three
No,
things left to do, everybody. We need to pick drinks, we need to rank it, and then I need to tell what my movie is going to be next time.
Yes.
Three. Let's do those. Mike and I
Okay.
both have our ranks and drinks picked. How about you, Mel?
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. Should I go first since I'm the top batter?
Sure.
Since
Wait, are you
this
starting with
movie,
ranking or drinking?
the drink.
Okay.
Since this movie is clearly this movie was a movie to pay homage to the late '80s, early '90s, which was the time period where I immigrated to the States.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to throw that out there. And one drink at that time period gave me that nostalgia feeling when I watched this movie was was a root beer float, specifically a root beer A&W root beer float, and that was the very first time I had that in the States.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I connect this movie with an A&W root beer float.
Wow. Do you like root beer?
I fucking love root beer. Yeah.
It's cool. Because root beer is apparently really only popular in the US and a little bit in Canada, but
Exactly.
and foreigners generally tend to dislike it. So you coming from abroad, I was just curious if your initial response was, "Damn, this is nice," or not.
I was like, "This is interesting. I've never had this before." I mean, keep in mind, I was like 9 years old, 8 years old. So but
yeah. Like my son loves Dr. Pepper, but like most people here don't.
Yeah. Oh man, I could go for a root beer float right now. Actually.
Yeah, I keep a couple cans of A&W in my fridge downstairs.
Very nice. Good work.
It's good shit, man. Although, I think the best root beer is Dad's.
Dad's is good.
Dad's
is very good. Dad's is very good. No contesting there.
I don't know that I have a.
It's not Barks, that's for sure.
Oh, it's definitely not Barks.
Thomas
Kemper's really good.
I don't think I've had that.
I think that might be a West Coast thing.
Is that a West Coast thing? Okay.
Yeah.
A&W is real good.
Mm-hmm.
A&W is good, man.
But I don't know that I have it for sure favorite.
Okay, I'm gonna go next, and maybe unprecedented. Who knows? But we're gonna have back-to-back non-alcoholic beverages.
Mm.
Anybody? Crazy,
Uh,
right?
that's crazy.
I think mine was inspired in a similar manner. Is that the 80s and 90s, me being a kid, and also the visuals of this movie really made me think there's a, very purple heavy
Mm.
motif, let's say. And so my drink is a grape pop.
Very nice.
Mhm.
Not the purple
Oh,
drink, the grape
Not,
pop.
I thought about purple. I thought about purple drank, but no. Although
Not
that
the
makes
purple drink.
sense too, because this is some crazy shit happening.
There's some crazy shit here.
But no, just a purple soda,
Okay, nice. Very nice.
store brand.
Beegs, were you a fan of the purple popsicle, the double stick purple popsicle? The
No,
grape. No,
I don't know if I was
Mike.
ever a big popsicle fan. I did like Otter Pops. I dug, but I was never
Okay.
big into like popsicles. Maybe. Yeah,
same.
Mike.
no.
No.
Oh man. Okay. Love those. Love
Yeah,
those grape.
even now, like we'll get popsicles in the house for summer and whatever. But I don't I don't eat a lot of popsicles. What I do eat is like the papico, like the
Oh
bottle
yeah.
shaped ones. I'll dig on those,
Yeah.
and I'll do some coolish every once in a while.
Which is good.
But I'm not super big into the popsicles.
Oh man, I can go for those double stick pops.
And
So good.
the worst is soda flavored popsicles. They can
Nah,
burn in
nah,
hell
nah.
with their grandma.
Huh. Really?
That's a lot of hatred for those soda popsicles.
Soda popsicles suck. Soda flavor mostly sucks.
Mm.
I mean, I'm mostly with you, but huh.
Like Gotti Gotti Kun soda? Fucking nah. Nah, dog. Nah.
I
Nah.
don't feel that strong.
All right, Mike.
Pop
Papico's
Papico's
boot.
good.
And by the way, Papico, it's got like the best is the coffee flavor, the coffee
Hell yeah,
chocolate
dude.
one.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
the
dude.
coffee flavored Papico.
Hell yeah.
Blah!
Suck that shit up all that. Just
Oh yeah,
suck it dry. All that
like
shit.
a shrimp's head.
Whoa, what?
Wow. Wow.
You know.
Yeah, I know. I get
No,
it.
I don't know.
Honestly, I just eat the entire head. I don't even suck it. I just eat the entire shell and head.
Somebody clip that.
I eat that head.
I just eat the entire head.
Don't give a fuck. Just eat
There
the
we
head.
go. That's right.
Oh man.
So, Mike, what's your drink?
There you go.
My drink is kokanee.
Wait, what?
It's a beer.
Oh.
It's a yes, it's a beer.
Thank you for explaining.
It's called kokanee, and I thought I felt like I was a fancy man.
Uh-huh.
What is coconut fancy?
No, it's not.
What?
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
But when you are
Jeez, coconut.
Wait, what's the conduction? What's going on here?
in mid not mid school.
Did you say middle school?
Yeah,
No, sorry, no.
I was wondering.
No, that's not what I meant.
I was gonna say two things. First of all, that's a little too young to get into beer, which I mean, hey, we've all been there. But also, we went to a junior high school, not a middle school. It's now a middle school, which is fucked up. But when we went there, it was a junior high school.
No.
Oh man.
Fuck.
I thought you guys said this is gonna be a quick episode. That's why I came on and be like, wham, bam, done.
Yeah, it's
But
only been an hour.
clearly-
It's only been an hour and 5 minutes, Mel.
It's way too long. Way too
It's-
long.
It's not even 11 o'clock. Come on.
We're good.
You've got no kids.
That doesn't matter.
It does.
I want to go to bed. Come on, Mike, let's go.
Come on, Mike.
I'm sorry. What was I talking about?
Oh no. It's
God
gonna be a
damn
long
it.
one.
Apparently, kokanee was most commonly found in the western provinces of Canada and the Pacific Northwest states of the U.S.
Yes,
Interesting.
kokanee. That's right. Kokanee.
Wait, so
That's why you don't know it, Mel.
is it a Canadian beer?
Yes, that's why I picked it. Because
Oh.
it's Canadian. This movie is Canadian. I, for whatever reason, thought
Oh, this movie is
Kokanee.
Canadian. Yes.
was fancy. I have no idea why.
I did not know
Kokanee started
it was
life
Canadian.
as a
Oh.
niche brand attempting to appeal with only blah 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 blah.
It was from Labatt.
Yeah, which is
Oh,
the
yeah,
beer I picked for sudden death.
Yeah, I would have totally. If I knew this movie was Canadian, I would have totally quickly chose Labatt Blue. Yeah.
But that's what I picked for sudden death.
Well, you picked it, but Mike didn't, so he has that chance to pick it. You know what I mean?
No,
We don't have that rule, right?
Nope.
We don't have that rule.
It's
like,
one
it
and
doesn't
done.
matter.
Retired.
No, it's not. We never said that. Like, really?
Did you know that kokanee is also a name for a landlocked sockeye salmon?
Wait, there are landlocked sockeye salmon?
Apparently.
I thought salmon were only saltwater.
I thought we were trying to get through this.
I got nowhere to be. I'm already home.
I don't either.
What the hell? Like, you guys are like, oh, Mel, he doesn't have kids. But you guys are like, oh, I got nowhere to be. What's going on here?
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, no. No,
Best
you're the only
best
one.
of both worlds.
Hey, I
So
got things to
ranking.
do.
Rankings,
Let's
huh?
go.
I'm ready.
Okay,
Ready.
hold on. Wait. Let me pull up the. By the way, Beegs, thank you so much. Every time we do this, you prepare the links for the ranking and the notes. Thank you so much, man.
No problemo. I'm gonna bring it up on the stream right now. Everybody can see.
Yeah.
The current list stands. I'm not gonna read it. Everybody can see where it was. The last movie we watched was Begin Again, which is sitting at number 16.
Is Begin Again a signal for where
Yeah, that's
you're
me.
gonna go?
I'm not gonna
say what now?
Wait, what?
Begin Again.
Begin Again is what? I missed the other part of it.
Oh,
It's like talking to my wife. She repeats everything that I did here. Susan,
Oh,
yes. Susan, you're still on Begin Again. Is that a marker for? Is that your thing or?
yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not on Begin Again anymore. Now you are, motherfucker.
Oh man. Wait. Are you guys ready with your pick, with your ranking?
yeah, I am.
I'm not. Hold on.
Although I'm gonna admit something. My ranking changed. I usually pick my ranking and my beer or drink immediately after watching, if I can.
Yeah, that's a bad move. You should
No,
always.
My ranking did not change.
My ranking usually doesn't change either. But I usually, as soon as I finish watching the movie, I look at the list, I think about the drinks, and I try and do it not immediately, but like not like a week later, like some people. But
Okay.
in this case, I think talking about this movie might have influenced my my ranking a little bit. But we'll see. Hey, what if I select it too?
All right.
Oh, the good thing is I'm doing it on a different one, so it doesn't actually show your name because it's showing it here. That's okay. Good.
I'm ready.
3, 2,
I'm
1.
ready.
Ha!
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready.
Okay, let's all say our number on the count of 3, 2,
Three?
1. Say, got it?
Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna take a half a beat to hopefully line up with y'all.
What are you saying? Is that like our internet connection's bad? Is that what you're saying?
No, our internet connection is good, but it's still, is going to be a delayed from me. It's not instantaneous from me.
Got it. Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. 16.
23.
11.
Wow, I split the difference.
That's fucking weird. I said 23. 23, 16, and 11. Interesting.
23, 16, and 11.
I knew I would be way too high on this one.
Yeah,
So,
considering what my original ranking was, you're miles away from that. But
what did you guys say?
23 and 16.
So I said 23. The reason I said 23, I actually had it higher. I actually had it around the 15 to 18 mark. But when you guys started talking about Mimi, I was like, all right, you guys are right. She's kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So Mimi brought it down for me, to be honest. I was literally thinking like 17 or so, 17, 16
or like
range.
16-ish.
Yeah, but then
about 16.
I heard you, Biggs, and Mike, you guys are talking about. Now I'm like recollecting what happened. Just when I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
But think of all the other good things, like the dad and the police officer.
But the thing is, like, if they showcase the dad more,
you're right. It could have been 11, but it's not.
No. I don't think we need more dad. I think we had enough dad.
Yeah. Well.
Really? More Alistair? So, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Krang.
Yeah, Greg. We had enough Greg.
Yeah.
We also had enough Susan.
Yeah, more than enough Susan.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like no Susan could have been pretty good.
Yep.
Sure. Just a single dad?
Oh, yeah. And no Mimi. No Susan. Just dudes in the whole movie.
Oh, man.
Just all dicks.
It's combination sausage party, Psycho Goreman.
Just sucking up those heads.
Yes. I have not seen, to be fair, I haven't seen Sausage Party. But I imagine it's just guys.
Yep. That's what it is. Biggs, hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what it is.
Nail on the sucked head.
So wait.
All right.
So I mean,
how do we finish this?
I mean, Because
I don't.
Biggs is like actually kind of in the middle, like
Yeah.
16.
I could
So
I could see this sliding in at
I
19. 19?
I don't feel that strong. We can go way. What was it? 20,
11,
26,
16,
20,
and 23.
How about 19?
I'm cool with 19
19. Sure.
because
Okay.
I don't feel that strong. I
I love the music of Swiss Army Man, so um,
I
I'm cool with that. Music goes a long way with me.
kind of showing my full ass. I like this type of stupid ass movie.
Okay.
So
Now.
yeah, I get it.
Oh, there it is.
I'm
It's already done. Good.
wait. So the full title is PG Psycho Gorman. That's the full title of this movie.
Depends on where you look.
Yes.
Interesting.
If you look on the Wikipedia page, it is, but on the IMDb page, I think it's just called Psycho Goreman.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
And then in the intro, the title is just Psycho Goreman.
okay.
But who cares? We've got it listed as PG Psycho Goreman. So that's the official name.
So, but before we move on to Big's pick,
Yeah.
we all agreed that Greg deservedly needs a spin-off movie.
Apparently, Mike doesn't. He said enough of Greg. Fuck Greg. I think is what he
Oh,
literally said.
come on!
Quote.
I think
Yeah, I would say fuck Greg, and I would watch
all the
a
other characters.
spin-off movie of basically every other character.
Okay.
I'd love to see that the cop in like a Weekend at Bernie's situation.
Actually, like a sequel to Weekend of Bernie.
Well, there's already been a sequel to Weekend at Bernie's.
Okay.
It happened
Part-
again.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man.
But more like a situation where he's got to, he's not dead, but he's got to like act normal.
Yeah.
And like it just causes all sorts of calamity.
he's got this.
Mike
Still
will
got
be
his
back.
gun attached. Okay. But I can see that. Or what if you have a double team, a dual threat with Weekend and Bernie and the zombie cop with a gun.
Well, no,
That could happen.
okay, interesting. So you're talking about the actual Weekend at Bernie, and the
Bernie
zombie cop.
with yeah.
Oh,
They
they team up as a crime
Yeah.
fighting duo.
Even though Bernie is still dead, but the cop is like
Yes.
still carrying Bernie with him.
Well, I think that's going to cause too much difficulty. So what they do is they create like a robotic suit, kind of like RoboCop for Bernie. So it's like Robo Bernie and the zombie cop, but like Bernie's dead inside of the robot. So he's like moving around. Yeah. And
Like
it
like an Ed 209 situation, like a Robo, Ed
yeah,
209.
but like the robot is like bad. It's like a wheelchair that's kind of out of control, basically. So he'll like go chasing for the bad guy directly at the bad guy, and the bad guy will just like sidestep him, and he'll just keep going, and like fall off a cliff. And then the zombie cop's got to take down the bad guy, and then get the Robo Bernie back.
Okay,
It basically writes itself.
you got Bees. You got it.
I got
You
it.
got the script.
Let me take some notes. Weekend at Bernie's plus RoboCop plus zombie cop from
Plus
Psycho
zombie-
Goreman. Uh-huh.
Dude, people will eat it up. Our generation will eat that up. They'll be like,
Brilliant.
they're gonna go straight to the theaters. Yes, let's do it.
We gotta include some sort of like lovable furry puppet, like an Ewok or Elf.
Alf. We
It's-
haven't seen
it's-
Alf in a while.
yeah, I mean, it's not Elf. It can't be Elf. We'd have to pay way too much money for that.
Well, yeah, we could do a knockoff, and it's like and we could just say it's a paying homage to Alf, right? And be
Well,
like,
we wouldn't say it because then we might have to pay money. But yes, it would be homage to Alf. So
I would say that homage to Alf would be the character would be like the old, like rough riding, badass, like head of the detective squad,
yeah, exactly.
meeting
Like the commissioner or something.
the commissioner. Yeah, exactly. And like, times are tough, but tough.
Yeah.
We gotta go. We gotta go with RoboCop Ed 209. We have Bernie in this mix, and then what do we else? Surprise, surprise! PG Goreman, fucking zombie cop coming in for the rescue, for the fucking, the cream of the crop.
For sure. And I think Danny DeVito plays the Alf-like character. Mike, you've been gone a while. So the next movie that we're going to do is one selected by myself.
Yeah.
Let me drop a hint.
I'm ready to guess.
Okay,
It's
go
Alf.
ahead. Take a guess. No, but there is an Alf movie on Amazon Prime Japan.
Alf? What?
Which I thought it was just Alf, but it's not. It's a movie, which is too bad. Would you like any hints? Yes, Mel.
Speaking of like puppetry, Fraggle Rock remake is on Apple TV. If you guys are into Fraggle Rock,
I was not as a kid, but it's been a long
I
time.
love
There's a lot
Fraggle.
of stuff I disliked as a kid that I might like more now.
Okay,
One of them might be Fraggle Rock, but I don't know.
just putting it out there. Fraggle Rock is on Apple TV now.
No, sorry. Alf was okay. Mel and I were coming up with a movie plot. It's basically Weekend at Bernie's, except Bernie is in a RoboCop like suit, but it's more like a dysfunctional, out of control wheelchair for him, and he's teamed up with the zombie cop from Psycho Goreman, and they're a crime fighting duo. And the the grizzled commissioner is basically an Alf like character. So that's not a clue for the next movie. That's just our movie idea.
Gotcha. Well, okay.
I mean, it's still that diamond in the rough. We're slowly carving it out, Mike.
Yeah.
It's
location.
Yeah.
Nemesis. We got to come up with that kind of stuff. But anyway, hero's journey.
All right.
Okay.
So,
right,
okay, I'll give you a quick couple of hints.
Yeah.
The first one is this is going to be the first time we're going to have 3 comedies in a row. We have had. I was checking the list earlier. It seems we have had 3 dramas in a row previously, but other than that, we've never had 3 comedies in a row. This is a comedy music romance, and it is from the year 19. Any guesses?
1965. Wait,
comedy.
1965.
Comedy music. What was the last one?
Romance.
Comedy music romance. 65.
Saying somewhere in the 60s.
Sure. I'll go with 65.
The correct answer is 1959.
59.
So we're going back to black and white.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a little while, but actually not that long.
Wait, what's the record now, Biggs? Like, who picks the most black and white movies? I think you do, man. I think you pick the most.
Huh. I don't know.
I
I
think
have
you do.
picked
Because
That's
I know Biggs
huh.
picked
one.
Nosferatu.
I picked the Maltese Falcon,
Maltese Falcon.
Nosferatu, uh,
Just a
I
black
have
and white
I
dude.
have
Stagecoach,
also picked a good number of black and white.
Eraserhead.
Eraserhead, yes. Yep.
Yeah,
My,
that's four for me. Four.
I know Mike. Mike, you did. What did Mike do? Invasion of Body
Uh,
Snatchers.
Was
Invasion of the Body
hold on,
Snatchers.
was Invasion of the Body was Sleeper a black and white movie?
No,
Okay.
No.
no.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Also, The Thing from Another
The
World.
Thing from the World, and
Yeah.
what else did you pick, man?
Raging Bull.
Yeah,
Oh,
That was
that's
black and
right.
white.
Raging Bull is also
That's
black and white.
right. Yeah.
When Harry Met Sally.
No.
No.
Okay, so yeah, three for Mike, and this will be my fourth.
Okay.
So we were tied.
Okay.
I've jumped into the lead.
Okay. Can you give us a hint of the first letter of the title?
Okay, the first letter of the title is. I'll give you the first word of the title.
Okay.
Oh no, I won't. Never mind.
No.
Nope. I'll give you the first letter. the first letter is S.
Singing in the Rain.
No.
Oh.
That's a good guess.
Is Singing in the Rain a comedy? I don't know. I've never seen it.
I guess it could be. Yeah, but
I mean, it's a musical for sure.
Well,
yeah.
this is not a musical. It's music.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
So remember, musical and music are different. Just throwing that out there. We have had a musical. We've had musicals, and we've also had music show up.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's the genre? It's music, drama. Wait, romance, comedy, music. Is that
Comedy,
what it is?
music, romance.
Okay.
So, but remember, Rocky Horror Picture Show, a movie we've never watched for sure, is a musical. But Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is not a musical. It is music.
Okay.
This is music.
Yeah, it's, that. Mm-hmm.
But Mike, good point. I think, or Mel, whoever you are. Singing in the Rain is comedy musical romance from
Got it.
1952.
Marilyn Monroe's "Some Like It Hot."
That is correct.
Yes.
1959 comedy music romance.
Oh.
Marilyn Monroe. Is it Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon?
Sure. I just know Marilyn Monroe's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
First appearance of Ms. Marilyn Monroe on the show.
Wow.
I've seen this.
I have never.
It's been a while. I haven't. Yeah, I haven't.
I mean, it's
yeah.
been a
Been a
long
while.
time, but I've seen it.
Nice.
Huh.
Some like it hot. I just know the familiar scene. My brother had.
I
No,
don't
I'm just saying.
I don't know the familiar scene. I don't know anything.
I'm just saying, Biggs. There's a familiar scene, and my brother had a big ass poster of that scene on his wall in his bedroom.
Okay.
That's it.
Never. I don't even know a familiar scene from the movie. I know a familiar scene from Ms. Marilyn Monroe's The 7-Year Itch.
Okay.
Which The 7-Year Itch.
Oh, okay.
Where she gets blasted by a street vent.
Oh gosh. Nice. Looking forward to it, man.
Cool. We'll get right on that. Probably February. Maybe February.
Maybe February. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, it's been an hour and a half.
Good job, guys.
That'll wrap
Well
up the
done.
show.
We did it.
We did
I was
indeed.
expecting 40 minutes. You know, Mike, when you were messaging us, I was like, all right, 40 minutes and we're done. But an hour and a half, okay, I'll take it, I guess.
That's what she said.
Oh, I for sure knew that we were not going to finish.
Oh man. But
Good
yeah,
stuff.
I'm looking forward for this next one. I'm really am actually. That's wow. That's wow.
Wow.
Haven't heard that title in a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah. But I was like, I had to Google 1959. I Googled 1959. I'm like, maybe this one.
There you go.
So, anyway.
Okay, that's going to be the end of the show. Mills, sign us out.
What do I say?
Whatever you want.
Farewell.
It's the first time.
May the fucks be with you. As I'm trying to personify what Mike is showing up, showing the bird. May the fucks be with you all, and thank you for watching and listening.